Hi, I'm Dick McDonald. We at the Ownership Society Institute have a plan to make you wealthy, and we're going to do it without costing you a dime more than you presently spend. The way we're going to do it is to take back from government the 15.3% in payroll taxes that you and your employer pay and put that money into your own personal investment account, an account that no one can touch. Investing those monies during your working life will enable you to retire a millionaire without having to save all your life. Let me show you how. Now, this, on the left-hand side, it compares the nest eggs accumulated, and on the right side, the monthly retirement checks. Look on the left side at the small bar under Social Security. There is no nest egg after you have been taxed 15.3% of your income for your entire working life. On the other hand, look at the tall bar next to it. Under personal accounts, you will have accumulated a $3.2 million nest egg. The 15.3% is no longer an amount that you just paid in taxes. When you pay taxes, there is no return. Under Rise Up, the same amount compounds into a $1 million nest egg. But first, you will see on the next slide how that same amount of money compounds into a $3.2 million nest egg. When you compare getting $3.2 million to getting nothing, you have to conclude that something is terribly wrong and must be corrected. Okay, let's compare retirement checks. Under Social Security, their guidelines say that a $40,000 a year retiree receives $1,122 a month. Under personal accounts, the retiree receives almost $27,000 a month, or over 20 times more than he gets under Social Security. In his first year of retirement, the 10% he makes generates a $320,000 a year income, which is 800% of his last annual salary. Dividing the $320,000 by 12 months equals a monthly retirement check of almost $27,000. A retiree with a $27,000 a month income can afford an affluent retirement. He can afford the best medical care, as well as insurance to protect him and his family against catastrophic illness and disability. As his monthly retirement is funded by just income off his nest egg, he can will the entire $3.2 million to his heirs. As this comparison chart is illustrated, personal accounts will deliver financial independence to all Americans. Now let me prove it to you on the next slide. Here on this schedule and the schedule after this one, you can see how a yearly investment of $6,000 or 15% of the $40,000 a year income compounds after a 40-year working life into $3.2 million. Now, you can pause the video anytime you want and review it line by line to see it for yourself. Now here on this slide, we analyze years 21 through 40. On the bottom, you see how the $240,000 compounds into a $3.2 million nest egg. It goes without saying that investing 15.3% of your income in the stock market makes Americans in America wealthier, whereas paying that same amount in taxes keeps the ordinary American from ever achieving the American dream of financial independence. Now let's talk about the questions that you might have. Some present retirees and certain future retirees may not have sufficient time or ability to accumulate millions. Under Rise Up America's personal account plan, the government will guarantee that no participant will ever receive less than they do now under present Social Security, Medicare, and disability programs. You might be thinking that a 10% return on an index stock investment is too high. We believe it to be conservative because the 500 stocks in the Standard & Poor's Index has averaged an annual return of 12.8% on investments over the last 30 years. Most people, when judging a plan, look to similar plans to see if they work. In this case, we have several good models. The country of Chile and Galveston County in Texas have proven that personal accounts work. In fact, the United States government provides personal accounts through the Thrift Savings Plan to 3.3 million federal employees. Even Eastern European countries have personal accounts for retirees. Rise Up America's plan is not blazing new ground. Personal accounts are viable. They have been tried and proven by others. We need to finance the transition from existing programs such as Social Security and Medicare to the Rise Up America plan. Presently, the country pays retirees out of the payroll taxes that are currently collected. When those funds are diverted to personal accounts, we need to fund retirement benefits from another source. There are a number of sources, but we believe that funding those benefits off budget is the most acceptable method. Inasmuch as personal accounts are an asset to the country, any increase in the monetary base will not dilute the country's net worth. The Rise of America plan solves more problems than just making Americans wealthier. It also will cut the national budget and the tax load carried by Americans almost in half. It will reduce to one simple account millions of private and public retirement plans, and it will make American products more competitive if corporations don't have to pay old age retirement and medical benefits to their older workers. Making people financially secure will solve not only economic problems, but also social ones. Now, we want to promote personal accounts. To do so, we've formed an organization, the Ownership Society Institute. We want to fund an effort called Rise Up America to make your government more efficient and the country more prosperous. Its goal is to make the American dream a reality for the poor and middle class, not just the rich. We need your help to fund this effort. We have plans to educate everyone about the current system that asks you to invest 15% of your working life income, and you get no nest egg to show for it at retirement. It is a failed program that has been taking your money for over 70 years, promising retirement security when in fact it is merely a safety net to avoid starvation. It delivers so little and it costs so much. It must be replaced, but we need your help to do it. Rise Up America enables ordinary Americans to become wealthier. And at the same time, the infusion of personal account money into the capital markets will fuel explosive economic growth. These two factors should be extremely attractive to both political parties. Hopefully, Rise Up is a program they both can get behind. On this final screen, we provide you with a way to contact us and to contribute to making the Rise Up America plan a reality. Pause the video to get the details off the screen. Thank you for listening, and we hope to hear from you soon.